Hey STRU friends, this is your personal invitation to co-invest alongside me. If you haven't heard, I've launched Stomp Capital Short-Term Rental Opportunities Fund, where I will be personally investing all of my short-term rentals going forward. And if you're an accredited investor and you want instant diversification and you want to participate in the best ideas that I identify, you relate to all of my teachings and the uniqueness and the sense of place and all of that stuff, then please click on the description below and find out more about Stomp Capital short-term rental opportunities. The best is yet to come and we're literally getting started. I would love to have you alongside, so let's go. Hey YouTube, what's happening? It's Richard, founder of Short-Term Rental University and professional real estate developer. And today I'm coming to you live with the OG Airbnb shirt from 2017 at Airbnb Live in Los Angeles, which was a great event. But I wanted to share with you a question that I'm asked all the time, which is what are the top 5 things to know in 2021 as you consider growing, building, or entering the short-term rental marketplace? Like, what do I need to know today? Let's get started. Number 1. Is there any more opportunity left, or have all the homes been purchased, all the cabins, all the glamping sites, everything is picked over and everything is at all-time highs and there is no opportunity? That's the question. My response is nonsense. There is a ton of opportunity, but it's really important that we seize the right opportunity, right? So you are late, in fact, if you just want to buy a condo, a cabin, a mountain home, an oceanfront home, and just like take this existing home and put it on Airbnb. There is much more competition today, I'm not gonna lie, than there was, yesterday and the day before. In fact, our YouTube channel is growing at the fastest rate it's ever grown. Our Facebook group is growing at the fastest rate it's ever grown. So there's a lot of interest in this space. Airbnb's just gone public this year. So there's a ton of interest. And what we need to do as hosts and entrepreneurs is differentiate ourselves. If we can create a sustainable business model with a protective moat around it, there is a ton of opportunity, and we're in a very early stage of an emerging asset class that could be one of the largest asset classes. You do realize, of course, that single-family homes are the largest real estate play there is, like, in the world, right? So even though there's a lot of people circling and learning and getting educated on my channel, there's a ton more opportunity, and I firmly believe that short-term rentals are going to continue to eat up hospitality market share. So the hotel business is right to be concerned about host entrepreneurs like me and you, and this is before institutional capital gets started. So in summary, you are not too late, there's a ton of opportunity, but we must be smarter. 2, how do we get smarter? Like, what does that mean, Richard? Please clarify. What do we need to do? Well, the days of just selling the space are over. So it used to be, here are 4 walls, it's got 3 bedrooms, it's got 3 baths, it's walk to here. Those days are gone, right? Like everyone and their mother is listing like that on Airbnb. We can't be selling the space. What can we sell? The experience, the opportunity. Come recreate and enjoy this condo doing this, that, the other. Go fishing, make memories, whatever it is. People are seeking experiences, and we as hosts really need to explain how to do that, how to use our parcel, why we built this, what we do here, what other people do. So we need to transition away from just selling the 4 walls into selling the experience. And if you need help with that, we actually spend a fair amount of time in my cohort-based class going through line item by line item exactly how to do this. And by the time students leave, they have a portfolio, they know exactly what to do. So if you're interested in that, join the waitlist, it's in the description below. Number 3, we need to create a loyal tribe. So you've all heard the adage, if you speak to everybody, you're speaking to nobody. Again, back in Airbnb 1.0 days, you were able to go ahead and just list your thing and anybody came and it didn't really matter, and they could be young and old and have kids and no kids, and it didn't really matter. We weren't trying to attract a tribe. Where we are now as the asset class matures is we have to be very, very targeted, very focused. We need to know who's coming to our place, why they're coming, and that's who we speak to. So for instance, here I am on this YouTube channel. I'm speaking to you about short-term rentals, Airbnb, Vrbo, direct booking. That is who I'm speaking to. If you have interest in commercial space, industrial space, or not even real estate, you're interested in stocks, you're not going to watch this video. By niching it down and speaking to you about short-term rentals, I'm speaking to a much smaller audience but an audience that actually cares and is paying attention. And maybe you're going to join my cohort-based class, or maybe you're going to follow us and join us in the Facebook group. But the point is, I'm speaking to the right audience, and therefore you're listening, we're engaging, we're forming a relationship, and you want to be doing the exact same thing with your clients, your guests, your tribe. Bring the right people in there and speak to them directly, focus on them, turn them into raving fans, and they will stay with you forever, and that will become your competitive moat. As new entrants try and come in and go after your tribe, you've already got them locked up. Which brings me to point number 4. Since we have this tribe and we're locking them up and this becomes our competitive moat, we need to then take them and bring them onto our own platforms, booking directly where we have their email. We can let them know that we've expanded. Hey, if you like my cabin over here, you're really going to love my beach house over there. And we start to cross-sell and cross-promote, and we grow the relationship even deeper. And that becomes your protective moat as more and more entrants come in. You have all of, say, like the families with young kids that like to do outdoor sports locked up in your zip code, in your county, in your town, and then you start to cross-promote through direct bookings your other opportunities as you expand your business. And that becomes really, really challenging as you get more and more 5-star reviews and you offer them more and more places, and they start to tell all of their friends and all their family, because the right tribe will start to rave about your business and your opportunities and your cabins. They'll tell other people that are also part of that same tribe. And so this marketing becomes a really protective moat, because they're not interested in taking a new chance like the new person that just showed up that kind of gets them. You've got a competitive advantage. You got started earlier. You have 105-star reviews, and you have great press and great reviews and great word of mouth. And so they're not switching. So lock them up now. And the 5th thing that people ask about, and I actually think we have it all backwards, is about regulation. Regulation is both the biggest threat to short-term rentals and the biggest Fort Knox fortress. And what do I mean by that? I view short-term rental regulation as our friend, not our foe. I embrace short-term rental regulation. It allows me to understand where I can operate my business legally and with a long runway. So for instance, if you were trying to create a restaurant in a zone that didn't allow restaurants, you just would go find another zone that allowed restaurants. You wouldn't just say I'm not going to do restaurants and this doesn't make any sense, or try to sneak it in there. I kind of have a backdoor restaurant. Nonsense. You'd go find zoning where it's legal and allowed and regulated and you pay taxes on it, and you would open your restaurant there. So why is short-term rentals any different? People get hung up on this regulatory risk thing. And for me, it's I want to go to communities that value our business, that tax our business, that we improve the community. It allows them to help with the schools and the roads and the lighting and growth and expansion, maybe even does affordable housing and workforce housing. So for me, we concentrate all of our energies and efforts on the places that are zoned legally, that are regulated, that are taxed, and encourage and welcome short-term rental lodging taxes and short-term rental entrepreneurs and short-term rental businesses. And so I just play in that playground. So for me, I view it as a very positive development as the asset class matures, that there's more and more regulation, because it helps me understand where I can operate my business. So if that's a different way of thinking about it, please embrace it. It's a huge opportunity. And in summary, those are 5 reasons why I think there's an incredible opportunity directly in front of us here in 2021 and the foreseeable future, before this asset classes gets more institutionalized and a lot more institutional capital flows in, and it definitely will. Today, we're in the unique position where we're able to buy all the best locations, single-family homes in the right ways with creating experiences, and lock up our tribe and moat and really protect all of this before the flood of institutional capital that wakes up one day and says, wow, I didn't realize that yields were quite so good. Wait a minute, I can buy a home on a comp and sell it at a cap rate? It's insane, the opportunity that we have in front of us, but you have to do it intelligently. And I would love to help you in our cohort-based class. If that's of interest, go ahead and sign up for the wait list. The next one's launching in September, but we're gonna keep doing this because it's absolutely amazing, the speed and the progress and the aha moments that these entrepreneurs have going through the cohort-based class. So go ahead, sign up. I can't wait to see you there. I hope this video was helpful, and if it was, like it, subscribe to the channel, friends, and the best is yet to come. Let's go. Hey STRU friends, this is your personal invitation to co-invest alongside me. If you haven't heard, I've launched Stomp Capital Short-Term Rental Opportunities Fund, where I will be personally investing all of my short-term rentals going forward. And if you're an accredited investor and you want instant diversification and you want to participate in the best ideas that I identify, you relate to all of my teachings and the uniqueness and the sense of place and all of that stuff, then please click on the description below and find out more about Stomp Capital Short-Term Rental Opportunities. The best is yet to come and we're literally getting started. I would love to have you alongside, so let's go.